Alright guys, see Sweezy here for another companion video. Today we're going to do McCready, and this is Fallout 4, but for any of you Fallout 3 fans out there, McCready might sound familiar. Well, here he is.
Hold it right there, mister! Don't take another step or we'll blow your fucking head off. I ain't kidding. You're not supposed to be here, so you better leave.
Yeah, that same kid from Little Lamplight of Fallout 3 is the same guy that we're about to get right now. There he is sitting in the chair. And McCready, he's a mercenary who runs with the gunners, but you'll find out all of that when you talk to him. So here's all the things he likes. He likes it when you're violent, lockpicks, speech skill, speech success to get more caps, and when you steal. And he also dislikes it when you're basically a nice person. But he dislikes it when you murder non-hostiles. Don't ask me why. So, in my opinion, McCready is a must-need to max out because he has probably one of the best companion skills, which it increases your headshot accuracy in VATS, which, in my opinion, is the best because every single time I use VATS, it's almost always a 95% chance. I could be a pistol and I could be a mile away and it'll say 95% chance and it'll hit them. So McCready, in my book, is one of the best companions to max out. So, there you go. I'll show you the rest of this video and I'll be right back.
Pal, if you're preaching about the atom or looking for a friend, you've got the wrong guy. If you need a hired gun, then maybe we can talk.
I'm interested, if you think you've got what it takes.
You're joking, right? I've been doing this since I was a kid. I know my way around. I used to run with the gunners, for God's sake.
Sounds like you can handle yourself, but I worry about those guys throwing a wrench in the works.
If you're worried about Winlock and Barnes, don't be. They couldn't kill a squirrel with a rocket launcher. Now what about you? How do I know I won't end up with a bullet in my back?
You don't. That's part of the risk, right?
Can't argue with that. I'll tell you what. Price is 250 caps. Up front. There's no room for bargaining. What do you say?
Everything's negotiable. Would you take 200?
You drive a hard bargain. But you just bought yourself an extra gun. All right, boss. Let's get out of here.
Alright guys, so just like my Kate video, there's always an easy way, well, almost for all these companions, there's almost always an easy way to get these done. So like I said before, McCready likes it when you steal, so all you gotta do in this room especially, I stole everything in this room and I maxed him, I didn't max him out, but I got him to admire me on the first time. So all you have to do, steal an item, quick save, and then you load that save right back up, and then you steal another item. And you can do this for every item in the room. It might seem tedious, but you can basically do this for every single item in the room where he is, and you'll get the first conversation with him. So, it's pretty easy. Like I said, it's tedious, but it'll get the job done. So, that's it for this little quick guide. I'm going to show you another example of what he likes, and then enjoy the rest of the video, guys.
This place is off limits. You'd best move along.
Edward said you might know where to start looking for the package that went missing.
Oh. So this package. The guys that shot...
Uh-huh. So you've just been waiting for me to show up to do something about those assholes.
As far as I remember, I don't answer to you. And yeah, we were waiting for you. That's your job, to deal with unexpected problems that come up. My job is to make sure nobody gets into this place.
That's true. Edward wouldn't have hired me if he thought you could have done the job.
You're throwing a lot of attitude for the new guy. Guess we'll see soon enough if you're just blowing smoke or not.
Nice to be on the open road. Good neighbor was starting to wear out its welcome.
Sounds like you had a rough time of it back there.
Rough? That's putting it mildly. Let's put it this way. Can't get much rest when you're sleeping with one eye open. Still, it was the best place for me to set up shop. Diamond City's goons would have run me out of town, and wandering the Commonwealth alone isn't the brightest plan when you're hard up for caps.
Caps aren't worth risking your life.
Easy for you to say. But right now, I need every cap I can get.
I hope you aren't in trouble.
No, not really. But I don't usually go around sharing stuff like this, but you've been pretty straight with me, so I'm gonna be straight with you. It's those two those two idiots you saw me talking to at the third rail. Winlock and Barnes. And they've been hounding me for months, and it's been driving off clients. No one wants to touch me once they learn I used to run with the Gunners. And I figured if I could get enough caps together, maybe I could buy them out.
Just kill them and be done with it.
If it was that simple, I would have done it already. Winlock and Barnes have a small army of gunners with them at all times. They might decide to just keep the caps and put a bullet in my head for good measure. If I set up a place to meet them, I'm sure they'd roll in with everyone they've got. Unless, maybe you and I could pay them a little visit and put an end to them before they realize what's going on. Before you get that look on your face, let me just say that I wouldn't even be asking if I didn't trust you.
If you need my help, I'm there.
Wow, I don't know what to say. Truth is, I haven't been able to rely on anyone since I was a kid. Everyone I've met has either tried to rip me off or plant a knife in my back. But you're different. We see eye to eye on almost everything. And I have a funny feeling you actually care about what happens to me. That's why I asked for your help. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna make this easy on you. If you feel like helping me with this, head over to the Mass Pike Interchange and we'll take them down. If you don't, I'm not going to hold it against you. Either way, thanks for hearing me out. It's nice to know that you care.
Hey.
Yeah, this should send a message to the Gunners to stay off my back.
I'm sure they heard you loud and clear.
Definitely. The Gunners, it's always about the bottom line. They just lost this entire way station, and that cost them big. Besides, they have no way of knowing I was involved. Anyway, I guess I owe you a favor now. After all, you hired me, but I'm the one that dragged you out here.
You don't owe me. You clearly needed the help.
Sure, but I like everything to remain nice and even. And you're one up on me. Tell you what, I'm going to give you back the caps you paid me in Good Neighbor. I'll still stick with you because that was part of the original deal, but now we're even. There you go. I guess we're done here. Lead on, boss. I told you I was a damn good shot.
Actually, I'm quite impressed.
Yeah, I thought you might be. I'm completely self-taught, you know. Picked up a sniper rifle when I was 10 and never looked back. Always thought it was smarter to hit my targets at long range. I mean, why take chances, right? Besides, I had to come up with every trick in the book to survive the Capital Wasteland.
What were you doing in the Capital Wasteland?
I was born there. Lived underground in a place called Little Lamplight with a bunch of other kids. Left there when I was around 16. We kind of had a policy there. No adults. When you were 16, you packed up and left. I know, it sounds crazy, but having adults around was something we couldn't trust.
How could a bunch of kids survive without help?
Everyone pulled their own weight. Just like a colony you'd find anywhere. We all had our designated jobs and we watched each other's backs. Can you believe I was actually the mayor for a while? Me. Crazy, I know.
That sounds ridiculous.
Maybe, but I kept the colony alive for a couple hundred years. Anyway, when I hit 16, I ended up wandering the Capital Wasteland for a while. I took the odd job here and there, but things were pretty hot with the Brotherhood of Steel running the show. So I hitched a ride with a caravan and made my way north until I ended up here. Made a pretty decent name for myself before I heard that the Gunners needed some sharpshooters. Biggest mistake of my life. They were animals. Killed anything that moved if it got in their way. I went with it for a while because the caps were good, but I don't know. I guess it started to catch up with me. So I quit, which pretty much brings us to now. So there you have it. My whole life in a nutshell.
That's an interesting...
Interesting or not, I felt like you deserved to know who you were traveling with. Look, I know I tend to be a pain in the ass. I know I tend to be arrogant and I come off like I want to be alone. Nothing could be further from the truth. Being alone scares the heck out of me. Now that we've been traveling together for a while, I'm beginning to realize how much I missed having someone I could depend on. I just wanted you to know that I'm going to do everything I can to see that it stays this way. Well, that's all I had to say. Hope you got something out of all that. I know I did. For helping me take out Winlock and Barnes.
We're friends. No thanks necessary.
Well, I wanted to say it anyway. You stuck your neck out for me. And I don't forget I mean, things like that.
Cursing doesn't offend me, you know.
I didn't think it did. It's not about you, it's about a promise I made. When I left the Capital Wasteland, I didn't just leave Little Lamplight behind. I left my family behind. Had a beautiful wife named Lucy, and a son we named Duncan. He's the one I made my promise to. I promised to clean up my act and to be a better person. I guess that sounds pretty stupid coming from a guy who shoots people for a living.
You must have had a good reason to leave them behind.
That's what I keep telling myself. My son, he's sick. I don't know what's wrong with him. One day he's playing out in the fields behind our farm. The next he took a fever and these blue boils popped up all over his body. Last I saw, he was almost too weak to walk. I didn't dare ask him to come with me. Honestly, I don't know how much longer he's going to last.
There must be something we can do.
I was hoping you'd say that. A few months before we met, I bumped into a guy named Sinclair who claimed his buddy caught some kind of disease. I thought he was wasting my time until he said his partner broke out in blue boils. They dug up information about a cure at a place called MedTech Research. They even managed to grab the building's lockdown security codes. Unfortunately, Sinclair's buddy died before they were able to break into the facility. I mean, there's no way that's a coincidence, right? MedTech has to be the place.
Don't give up hope. If there's a cure, we'll find it.
Thanks, partner. I'll put MedTech Research on your map. When you're ready, just take us out there. I have all the codes we need to get through their security. What you're doing... No one's ever cared that much about me before, even if it takes me the rest of my life. I'll repay this debt to you. I swear it.
Bingo. Hey.
Need something?
Here you go, McCready.
Holy crap, we actually did it! We just gave Duncan a fighting chance to live. I don't know how I'll ever be able to pay you back for this. I owe you big time.
All I care about is curing your son.
I know you do. I'm just getting tired of taking instead of giving. Maybe one day I'll learn to get my priorities straight. Anyway, the last step ahead of us is getting the cure to Daisy in Goodneighbor. With her caravan contacts, she's the only one I trust to get this to Duncan on time. This is the last favor I'm going to ask. I promise. Let's go.
Peace, brother.
You're blocking my light. Right, man?
Daisy.
McCready. I haven't seen you in a while. You haven't been avoiding me, have you?
No, how could I stay away from someone as cute as you, Daisy?
You're a lousy liar. But I'll just play stupid and pretend I don't know that. So, what do you need?
I got it, Daisy. I found the cure to Duncan's disease.
Oh my god. That's wonderful news. How'd you do it? Last time you tried, the Ferals almost chewed you to bits.
I didn't do it alone. My friend here got me through MedTech. Now, all I need to do is to get the cure into Duncan's hands. Can you help me?
Of course, McCready. You saved my behind more than once. It's the least I can do. It's okay. You can trust me. I swear I'll get the cure to Duncan.
If McCready trusts you, that's good enough for me.
I appreciate that. He's actually not so bad. Once you get to know him. I'll get the sample on the first caravan leaving the Commonwealth. The driver owes me a few favors, and he's reliable. It will arrive at your homestead in no time, McCready.
Thanks. You're a doll.
Hey, do me a favor. Take care of McCready for me. He's one of the good ones.
Nothing's wrong.
Wrong? No, not at all. I've been waiting for the right moment to talk to you, and I suppose this is as good a time as any. After helping me get Duncan's cure for MedTech, I figured I owe you something. And I always pay my debts. Here. I wanted you to have this. I know a carved toy soldier is a strange reward for risking your life, but this one's special. It means a lot to me.
This really isn't necessary.
Maybe. But I think you deserve it. My wife Lucy gave this to me right after we met. I told her I was a soldier, and she made it for me. Never could bring myself to tell her the truth. That I was just a hired killer. And the soldier story was the best thing I could come up with. I didn't want to lose her because of what I was.
I don't know.
Maybe it was for the best. Maybe not. It doesn't really matter anymore. She died a few years back. We made the mistake of holding up in a metro station one night. We didn't know that the place was infested with ferals. They were on her before I could even fire a shot. Ripped her apart right in front of me. There was nothing I could do. Took everything I had to escape with Duncan in my arms. Maybe it would have been better if we died there with her.
You may have lost your wife, but you saved your son. That counts for something.
Maybe. I don't know anymore. Damn, I miss Lucy. No matter how bad things got, she was always there with a shoulder to lean on. It gave me... well, it gave me the courage I needed to press ahead. To never give up. When she died, I thought that feeling was gone forever. Then I met you. You have the world's problems in your back, and here you are helping me with mine. Lending me your shoulder like Lucy did. I just want you to know how much your friendship means to me.
Hey man, only best friends can share feelings like that with each other.
And I aim to keep it that way. Anyway, thanks for hearing me out. Taking all that weight off my shoulders makes the journey a little easier, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, it's about time we got back on the road, don't you think?